What's up, cuties? It's Fumi Abe. Come see my stand-up comedy hour. Los Angeles, June 20th. New York City, July 7th. Toronto, July 8th. Seattle, July 15th. Get tickets at fumiabe.com. Hope to see you there. Bye.
Wow, you have a PowerPoint.
Yo, don't look, dude. Don't look. Oh, my God.
I'm a peeping Tom.
Oh, my God.
I always look.
Dude. Dude, this energy is... It's creepy.
I'm always side-eyeing.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Cash Cuties, a super personal finance podcast where we look at our friends' credit card statements and judge their spending habits with love. I'm your host, Fumi Abe, and this week I made $40, and half of that was paid in Filipino food.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow. I do that show. They gave you $40?
No, they gave me 20, but the meal that I ordered was $19, so I'm counting that as...
Wait, I don't know if I got any money ever.
You talking about the motherland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I was only offered Filipino food.
Oh, really? Or was it not a sold out? It was not a sold out.
It was
show?
not sold out.
Oh, that's probably why.
That's
we had some. I think we did like donations or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Now I'm not that offended.
I'm struggling this week, but that's okay. Listener Steffi's still in Europe. She'll be back next week. So today we have an amazing guest co-host. She is a stand-up comedian, TV writer, our first Canadian guest.
You've never had a Canadian person on?
No.
Crazy.
We don't like them on here.
Can't
We
wait.
don't like them. It's Andrea Jin, everybody.
Hi.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping me out this week, man.
Yeah, no, thanks for looking through my stuff.
No, I'm really excited for this because I feel Steffi knows this, but I find a lot of comedians annoying and I can't really hang out with them, but you are one of the few that I can spend like an extended period of time with.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
No, I told you this. We took that little car ride to Irvine.
Right.
That was 90 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah, most comedians, I'm like, do I want to be in a car with them for
that long? I know.
I know. Even though 90 is not that long, but
no,
like,
it's a long time.
Yeah,
you don't have to
yeah,
undersell 90 minutes. It's a long time. That's a movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
You
That's
wanna
fucking
spend
Avengers
a movie
right there.
time
Yeah.
talking? No.
Andrea, thanks for coming on the show. How are you doing financially?
I don't know. I think I just like money has never meant anything to me.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
Other than like it feels like more of a concept to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I never dealt with it growing up. Like my family dealt with it.
Yeah.
And my grandparents were always like, we don't have any. And then we have to walk, to the farther milk selling place for the milk.
The grocery store? What are you talking about? Further milk place? That's what I feel like, in Asia they fuck up English.
Yeah.
Like an Asian, like a guy in China trying to make an American grocery store would be like, further milk place. But they're trying to say Whole Foods or something.
The farther away grocery store to get milk so that we save 20 cents. And then my mom was always like, oh, well, we'll just pay for everyone's dinner. Like she'll do that. And then my grandparents will do that. And so I was always really confused.
Oh, it was like extreme.
Yeah, it was two extremes though. Because and so I was always like, wait, do we have money or do we not have money? And
this is back in China.
This is in Vancouver.
Oh, gotcha. Vancouver.
But in China too. In China, I was only with my grandparents because my mom was in Vancouver. So then I just was like, oh, we have no money whatsoever. Because we would, my grandparents always is so extreme. Mm-hmm. We would like share baths.
What do you mean? Everybody shares baths.
Oh, wait, no. I mean, I'm like, what if I was like, oh,
you don't have your own bathroom?
I don't have my own bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like saying, oh my God, we're so poor.
We have to drive a Honda Accord. We're struggling.
No, that we would share a bathtub water.
Sharing a bathtub. Oh,
we would take baths once a week.
Yeah.
And then we all took baths in the same water. I know that's like gross, but like to save water, to save money on water.
That's really interesting. You say that because having grown up in Japan, bath culture is huge. And I'm not talking about going somewhere to take a bath. I'm talking about bathing at your house. Oh. And we definitely did not flush the water for everybody.
Right?
Yeah, you definitely recycle it. Or like with your family.
Okay.
I don't think I never thought about the hygiene of that. I mean,
Yeah.
no one's like doing anything weird in there, so I feel like it's okay.
I'm doing weird stuff
You're
in
doing
there.
weird stuff in there.
I'm always the first in the bath because I was the youngest in the household. So
Yeah.
I'm the first. I get to use it the first. And my grandpa's the last guy.
Okay.
So
I just imagine you like you're the one trying to get your family to not recycle the water.
I'm peeing in the
because you're
pool.
doing weird shit in there. Oh my god! In China, do you guys have the is the bathroom like? Because in America, it's like you have the bath and the shower, or sometimes you have like a shower box. But in Japan, it's like a whole room that's all tile,
no.
and it's the whole room is sort of waterproof. And
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that looks so cool. I've always seen that on anime. And stuff.
Yeah.
But
shout out to anime.
as for your culture at anime. I'm like, your culture anime. And so, but no, we had like normal like American bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
Almost like it was just like a regular bathtub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it, man. Like,
Yeah.
so you're from all over the place. You grew up in China, right? Or like you were born in China.
Yeah.
Shanghai.
And then I was there till 10 and then I moved to Canada.
Okay. So from 0 to 10, because I've been, and you're much younger than me. What years were those? Because obviously Shanghai, when I was born, 1989, probably wasn't anything. But like I went in 2011, and that shit was so advanced. It was like, not everyone, but like it seemed pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
Like a pretty poppin' town.
Yeah, I was there 96 to whatever 10 after that is.
2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't do the numbers in my head.
That's okay.
But I can't. And so, especially when you have to go up 1,000.
No, we didn't go up 1,000. We went up just 10.
But we did because we went from 1,900 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Further milk score
I know.
up 1,000. The way you describe things is amazing.
I'm more whatever side of the brain that's not science.
I think left is logic and right is creative.
Okay, I'm more right.
Yeah, right. Chris. You think of an artsy way to say 10.
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay, so you grew up in China, and I know that, like, so what was that like? I mean, I know you said that your grandparents were like pretty stingy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but, like,
they were so stingy.
What did they do for a living? Who was paying for you to live? Like, what was going on with that?
I didn't know anything. I didn't ask any questions.
Really?
I was just given things like food and clothes, and then I never questioned anything.
Did you feel like, I mean, going to school and stuff, did you feel like you were middle class, lower class, or like were you like everybody else? Were there people who were richer than you?
I felt like I was probably lower middle class, and then my grandparents wanted me to feel like we have nothing.
They wanted you to feel lower class.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just to limit spending.
And why did you feel that you were lower middle class?
Because my clothes were all like passed down from my cousins.
Okay.
And then we also like would just wear layers instead of turn the heat up, and then but that's like I know that's like pretty Asian, just like Asian in general, but like and then
well, it's interesting because like when I was in Shanghai, the discrepancy or like I guess the dichotomy of like the rich and the poor was like crazy, which I think it is for a lot of developing countries.
in
so
Japan
like
it's like that.
no, it's not like that in Japan, but in Shanghai, like because it like Shanghai like developed so fast.
I know.
My friend always gives the example of you know the video game Street Fighter? You might be too young for this.
I know Street Fighter.
Okay, so back in the day when Street Fighter was a thing, if you play as Chun-Li, the Chinese character, you're playing in China, but in the background, there's no cement on the floor. It's just dirt and a bunch of like fish markets and stuff. Because that's sort of like what people thought China was like in the 80s, you know? And then it just like economically boomed, and now it doesn't look like that at all.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like a mega city, and
Yeah.
my friend's uncle lived there, so we were like with him, and he was very wealthy. His kids were going to school in the States, some art school and shit. So like, to say that like, oh, being stingy is like an Asian thing, that's interesting because in the context of people who live in China, like I don't necessarily see that, like. that might be an Asian American immigrant thing, but in China, I saw like very wealthy people in Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
Who had heat on in the winter and shit.
Interesting.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think I was part of that. I was definitely and I had to share beds. Like we didn't have.
But you don't have any siblings. Who are you sharing it with?
My grandparents, because I lived with my
grandparents.
Yeah,
plural.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's 3 of you, 1 bed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then because I lived in the same house as my cousin and my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
And my grandparents and me, because my mom is in Vancouver. She was like waitressing in Vancouver,
Yeah.
trying to see if there's a life there.
Yeah.
Before I went, but like we had to share beds because there weren't enough like beds or rooms, and I was so small.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I was so
but I
tiny.
guess when you're younger, like you don't really think about money because it's kind of fun to sleep with your grandparents.
Yeah.
You
They
don't
hated
really...
me though, because I wet the bed till I left. I left Shanghai, and they put plastic on the bed because I just every night. It was every night, and then and I would also have like night terrors, and I would slap both of them in my sleep. So they hated sharing.
That's crazy that you had such good aim when you're sleeping.
No,
you
I
could
like
always aim their face.
Always face. I slapped their face, and like my grandma got so mad at me one night. For a while, she started sleeping on the couch.
Wow.
Because she was just like, I can't do this anymore.
God damn. So then your mom is sort of off trying to see if she could bring the family out to Canada, North America for a better life, more pay.
Yeah.
And then you eventually move in with her. Now, when you moved to Vancouver, are your parents divorced or are they together?
They're divorced.
And they were already divorced at this time when you were 10? Or were they still together?
Yes.
And what do your parents do?
It's so vague. Like they're like kind of just whatever that makes money.
Okay.
You know?
So what does your mom do in Vancouver? Like
my
right
mom right now, she opened a shop that's like health and wellness or whatever. It's like Chinese medicine, whatever. You know, like massage and like Chinese, like heat.
Yeah.
Stones. Yeah. Like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. That. And then my dad is in. He was working for like a nuclear power plant, and then he got fired, and he got laid off because of like new college kids like come in.
Mm-hmm.
And then
this is in Vancouver or this is in China?
This is in China.
This is in China. Okay.
And it was so sad. He like started to go to the library every day to pretend he still had a job
because he didn't want to tell the family.
Because he didn't want to tell his dad who he was living with.
Who was he living with?
He was living with his dad.
He didn't want. He wasn't living with you.
No.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
He lived on his own, and then
yes, it's one thing to tell your wife and kids, who I feel like they would be supportive, but to
like
tell your own
dad.
and because we experienced that as kids of immigrants at our age, like in your 20s and your 30s. I can't even imagine still dealing with that. Because how old was your dad at this point? Probably like 40s, right?
Yeah, 50s.
Can you imagine having that same complex when you're fucking 50 and
so
you're
sad.
balding? Yeah,
it never goes away.
It like never goes away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You know, this is so interesting because when I first met you, you were like, oh, sorry, not when I met you. When I first was like started hanging out with you in LA, you were like trying to get a car, and I remember you were like, oh, I might just like get a BMW or something. So I really thought you came from like some sort of secret Chinese government. I always thought you were rich.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was like, when you first told me you wanted to get a car, I like cars and shopping for cars. I was like telling you about like how to get a good deal and stuff. And then I remember I felt embarrassed because you mentioned that you were getting a BMW, and I was like, oh, she does not need me at all. Like I was because a lot of comedians or entertainers or anybody trying to make it in LA, they move here, and I assume they don't want to spend a bunch of money on cars or whatever. And then so then I was like, oh shit, sorry, you're like a Chinese princess. My bad.
No.
My bad. But then in reality, you bought a Hyundai. So I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. No. It's very confusing. I know people get confused.
Yeah, I'm confused, dude.
Because, okay, here's what happened that time.
Okay.
I remember we went to Sanongdan, and then my cousin.
Oh, your cousin was there who gave off a very rich vibe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's confusing because her life is very different than mine.
Oh.
Her parents have good jobs.
Okay. 'Cause
and they
she was
support
like,
her.
she went to USC. So already
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, that's private
She
school.
drove a Tesla. She's
She drove a
driving a Tesla.
Tesla.
I know. I was there. I was like, how much was your car? Like, I asked her. She's like, like 80,000. I was like, and like her family, they have good jobs, and then they support her.
Yes.
And then I can't talk to her about money because she doesn't have the same like mentality.
Right.
I was talking to you about a car broker.
Yes.
And you were like, why would you use a car broker? And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. Because I was talking to rich people being like, just use a car broker.
Yes, you went to, yes, you were talking to like Jessica Gao or something.
Yeah.
People who are like extremely successful with like
know.
multiple homes.
Yeah,
where to buy a car.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I was
remember
like, but I'm very easily swayed. So
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll just use a car broker. I don't think like, does that make sense for me in my life?
Right. In your
I just
current
think,
situation,
oh yeah, that's good. My friends use it, so I'll use it. And then you were like, wait, why would you? And then, but you know, I did end up using a car broker because my mind started to melt when I was looking up car
Did
things.
you buy a new car? Because I know you were driving your friend's Hyundai for a
I
little
was
bit.
driving my friend's Hyundai that was broken down.
Right.
It was like on its last legs.
So you give it back.
I gave it back because it had no registration.
Oh, that's
Like,
mad illegal.
I know. I drove a not registered car for like 3 months, and then to a point where I had to get my
Sticker?
No, I had to get my driver's test for California license.
Yeah.
And I need to get that, and they're not gonna let me test in a car that's not registered. Until that point, I was like, I gotta get a new car.
Yeah.
I gotta get a car that's registered. At the very least.
At the very before tires, before the proper engine.
I know.
Is it registered with the DMV?
And honestly, she was so sweet to let me borrow her car and like use her car and like, but so I'm not even like, oh my God, like how could this be happening? I'm just like, that's my fault.
This is chaotic, bro.
Yeah, no,
So-
I was like, that's my fault. I need to look for a proper car.
What kind of car did you get?
I got a Honda Accord hybrid.
Nice. Oh, okay. And it's a new one?
It's a new one.
We bought a new car.
I know. It's because I had a good year,
Yeah.
and so I was like, but I have no concept of like
Did you buy cash or are you doing like a payment plan?
a payment plan.
Okay,
I got
good.
it financed, but horrible finance plan because my credit score is so low. Because I come from Canada, and it was like impossible for me to get a loan.
Honda Accord new a hybrid is probably like, what, 27?
Well, I got fucked then.
I don't know. How much is it?
I got fucked then.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. It could be more.
It's more. It's like
I mean, it could be like 30.
sticker. I think it's 37.
Let's see.
How much is it?
Honda Accord hybrid.
But I do think I still got fucked. Okay.
Okay. Market price is like 31. It
Okay,
said.
yeah, I got fucked. It's fine.
Well, use the brokers. You probably had to pay him and all this shit. And
I got fucked. It's fine. No, but my mind was melting. I can't deal with this kind of shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's part of my career too, where I struggle a lot with like dealing with the like details.
Of course, and I think a lot of people take pride in like finding deals and stuff, and they like to brag. But the thing is, they paid for that with time and effort.
Yeah.
And so you didn't, right? You just kept doing comedy. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't have to really worry about it.
Yeah.
So yes, you paid $7,000 more. By the way, this is MSRP, so nobody sells at this price. So I don't think you got gypped.
Okay.
Especially right now because cars are like in high demand.
I know.
They used to sell at this price, but now they jack it up. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised you paid more than that. So
Okay.
I don't think maybe you got fucked like a little bit, but probably not that bad.
Actually, I think it was fine.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
think it was fine.
But still, that's like $40K for a car. I mean, Teslas are like 50 or whatever. So it's a nice car.
The only thing I got fucked over is the APR.
The interest and shit.
Yeah, because of my credit.
Right.
6.9 APR.
Yeah. I wanted to actually, you know what? We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So you have sort of this laissez-faire attitude with money.
With
I
everything,
feel.
though.
Because it's interesting. You've been like this, I feel.
Don't you feel that about everything? I'm like that with everything. Though. Yeah.
And no matter what your situation is, because when I first met you, like you didn't have a writing job, so I'm sure you're doing fine, but I know you weren't making the money that you're making now, right?
Yeah.
But you sort of had the same attitude towards everything.
Yeah.
And I wonder where that
like
chillness comes from.
I think it's from not being able to change anything.
What do you mean by that?
Like doesn't matter how I feel. Like this is still reality.
Right.
So
like,
then I'm just like, yeah, I don't know where. No, but you know what? You see the chill side, but inside sometimes I'm like boiling. You know.
So your comedy sets are mad chill and like you speak mad slow, but on the inside,
when I'm alone,
yeah,
I'm literally. Sometimes I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you know, I'm boiling. I'm about to topple. Like sometimes.
Damn. Well, I was gonna see, and I want to move on to our next topic, which is like you're Canadian. I wanted to see if that was like a Canada thing because I remember you were telling me have you ever had a job before? What was your first job?
Yeah, I worked at Dairy Queen. After college.
Dairy Queen was in high school?
High school, yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
worked so many jobs in high school because...
Did you need that money or was it just to buy clothes and fun shit?
It was to buy clothes because I was shoplifting before that and that was not sustainable.
Of course, it's a crime. That's not a hot take.
It was not sustainable due to the fact that I was getting caught, and so I was getting caught shoplifting. But it's okay. You're under 18. It's okay.
Tell me more about that. You wanted the clothes, or you?
I wanted a clothes. I also stole money from my mom. Like I would steal. I used to steal a lot because I wanted things. You know?
Okay, and you didn't have the means to buy it.
I didn't have the means to buy it. Nobody gave me money.
Yeah.
And then allowance was shit. Like I wanted more.
My allowance was like $5 a week or some shit. It was bullshit.
It was
like
bullshit.
$20 a month. Yeah.
It was bullshit. And I wanted more. And so I was stealing money. That wasn't sustainable. They caught me. And then so I was like shoplifting.
When you say they caught me, your parents caught
My
you.
parents caught me.
And what did they say?
They were like, they were so dramatic. They were like, I can't believe you would do something like this.
I mean, how much are we talking? Like $100? Are we talking like
a lot? It was a lot.
How do you? But is it cash and from
like
their wallet?
Cash, yeah. Because they would just leave cash around.
Bro, you're like a fucking like this is very common in LA with like helpers, right? Like cleaning ladies and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a cleaning lady. Yeah.
You're just stealing from your own parents.
Yeah. No, I'm no, I
didn't know
is
this
that
about
common?
you.
Is that common?
I think it's common, like not necessarily in LA, but like in general, that's like a thing.
That actually happened a lot in China. Like
it happens. Like, my
we
parents
had
in Mexico,
nannies.
it's the same thing.
Yeah. Oh.
What I heard is like it's pretty crazy
sense.
when nannies or helpers steal because at least my mom told me in Mexico, if you find out that they're stealing, you can't confront them about it because they have keys to your house.
Yeah, they have access to everything.
And they might like come back and like fuck your shit up. So what you do is you say, hey, thanks for all your help. I actually don't need you anymore. And you give them a bonus.
Oh.
To be like, hey, please, I don't need you to come back anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, it sucks because you get fucked twice. Like they stole your money and you have to pay them more.
But in the long run, it's less fucking. In the long run, yeah.
Yeah. Because consistent job is probably better for them. And bad referrals and shit too.
Yeah. But yeah.
So stealing, yes. So
yeah,
parents,
I was stealing from my 20s out her because Asian people, they just leave cash around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't trust the we should have some cash around. Yeah. Should not have no cash. And so I was stealing and then they were so angry and I was like, okay, fine, I'll just shoplift. And then I was like shoplifting.
Wait, I want to question there because I feel like were you like a bad kid? I feel like that's a hilarious reaction to be like, my parents yelling at me for stealing money. I don't feel shame. I'll just steal from someone else.
Again, I'm also being like too chill right now. I was inside. I was so upset. I was like, right. Oh my God, I'm so, wow, how could I do this?
Yeah.
Like, I was like I felt a lot of shame and like, I felt really bad that I did that.
But you were fighting it.
But I'm just trying to play it off now. Like,
yeah,
I don't
care. Your brand. Yeah.
Yeah. But after that, I was like, after a period of shame, I was like, I still want the stuff.
Right. That doesn't go away.
Like that never goes away.
Yeah.
Because commercials and, and I want the stuff because my friends get the stuff. I don't get the stuff. And so it's like,
so are we talking like clothes from Abercrombie or like what are we talking?
Yeah, like dumb bullshit clothes, like fucking dumbass leggings and shit. It's things that like little teens like.
Yeah.
And just like little knickknacks and like little stationary bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like stealing that, and I was like, I got caught, and then I peed my pants. And I get caught.
Wait. Stop. Yo, if you ever go to court, you're fucked. The second you lie, you just start peeing your pants.
I can't lie.
You don't even need a lie detector. You just put a camera down
No,
here.
I can't lie. I start like stuttering. I start stuttering, and then I pee my pants. And then after that, I was too scared to do it again.
So then you're like Dairy Queen.
Yes. I was like, all right, time to live an honest life.
Okay.
And then I got
That's so
a job.
funny. You sound like a criminal, like a jaded criminal at age 15.
Yeah.
Time to get my life together.
I know. I was like,
Smoking
all right. Time to get.
I love that.
Time to start over.
Okay.
Clean slate. And then I got a job at Dairy Queen. I got a job at like the fair, like the, like
Yeah.
it was
Just
a
bullshit
carnival
jobs.
fair
Yeah.
job, like a hot dog stand at the fair, and like, and then I worked at Roots, which is a Canadian company. It's like a
clothing, yeah.
comfy
Is
apparel.
The beaver logo?
Yeah.
I know.
And then I worked at Victoria's Secret. I worked at Bath and Body Works. I worked at, and I got fired.
Is this the mall you stole from?
I honestly, yeah, everywhere. But like at Victoria's Secret, it's funny. I got fired for like not wearing enough makeup.
Oh, really?
Isn't that toxic?
That's so toxic.
I know they talk to us. They're like, if you don't have makeup, you go to the makeup section at like Sephora, put on a little bit, and then come to work. And I was like, and then I just didn't, because I was like, what the fuck are you gonna make me wear makeup?
You didn't wear any makeup, or just not as much as they wanted?
None.
Yeah.
Just because like I was like a teenager.
A lot of girls in high school don't wear makeup.
Yeah, I know. I was a teenager.
Why
like,
are they trying to fucking... Wait, first of all, I didn't even know they let teenagers work at Victoria's Secret. I just realized how fucking weird that is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And a lot of weird men came in.
Of course. And
Like, and was like, oh, I'm gonna get something from my girlfriend or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then look at this. Like, it was like, I don't know why they were. I think it's because retails. I mean, I don't think it's illegal, but I think it's weird when a 16-year-old girl It was weird.
is talking about like these outfit things with especially men.
Yeah.
And the context is like, this is for sex, right?
I know.
It's not like sportswear. This is sex.
No,
shit.
yeah. I was 16, 17. And no, it was weird. It was weird. And,
Aww.
and then they were like, you're not wearing enough makeup. And I was like, and so I got fired from there. I worked at Bath and Body Works. And then I worked at, I started restaurant, The Keg. But that was after I came back from university. I started working at The Keg.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, did you ever have, I don't know what you studied in college, but did you ever have like an office job or something?
Never.
Really?
Ever.
So I got into this whole section because I remember the first thing you told me when I like talked to you in New York back when you were visiting is you were telling me that a lot of artists and comedians and stuff in Canada can make a living because they can get their stuff played on the radio.
Yeah.
And I remember you told me, you were like, oh, you can make like, I don't know, $60K or something like that.
Yeah, but that's Canadian. Like
60K.
No, not 60, 50. More like 50.
50K Canadian? So what is that
40
in
to
USD?
50.
But that's still pretty fucking good passive income.
No, for sure.
It's just enough for you to keep doing comedy full time.
But it like dips. It's not fixed. It's like just depending on how much they play you. And so like as time passes, they play you less and less.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
And you think you got the better end of the deal because you won the Juno and shit?
Yeah. During that time, it was good.
Yeah.
And then it's definitely, I haven't checked in a while, but it's like, because I have a Canadian bank account with my Canadian stuff, but like it dips. It definitely, I haven't checked. I'll check.
But in America, like that's like unheard of.
I know. I don't know why you guys don't have
to make a salary. I mean, we have Sirius XM stuff, but like,
it's not paying. Like,
I think it does pay, but I don't think no one's making 50,000. Not even close.
No, but I think it's more like 20 to 30 USD.
20-30K.
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
That's good.
That's still a lot.
I know.
I mean, I don't have anything on there. I'd be curious to know if when people have like album stuff, how much they're making.
They're making good money. I know. I've talked to people, comics,
out here
that know about it, and they do it, and they
like
actually
20-30K?
make like their rent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
So it's possible for comics in
but
America.
we don't really hear about that.
But nobody knows
much.
about it because there's bigger fish to fry, and so most people like
skip the radio route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people go for the bigger thing rather than like the little ones.
That's amazing. So you've always sort of been like a working comic in a way.
Kind
Like,
of,
you
yeah.
never-
Because in Canada, that's the biggest thing. So then everyone's like, oh my God, we get that
the
big.
radio is the biggest thing.
Yeah, yeah, because we don't
Wow.
have that much.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, growing up in Canada, and now you're in LA, which is a very, very, it can be a very vapid, fucking materialistic place. Do you feel / can you see the difference Canadians and their relationship with money versus Americans and our relationship with money? Like, is it, because I'll give you an example. I feel like in Japan, for example, it's, you know, it's still like a big economy. It's a capitalist country. We have the same things we have, you know, in America, but people's attitudes are different. You know, I think there's a lot of people making a living doing a lot less because, for example, like food is cheaper. There's also things like property value does not go up over time, so not everyone owns houses
In Japan.
Yes, a lot of people don't invest in the stock market because they don't feel comfortable doing that. So people just save, you know, cash and shit.
But how do they make passive? Do they make passive income?
No, they just fucking save and work. And then, but then the country, because it's small, they have a really good pension program from the country. So like when my dad retires, he gets money from the country.
Social? Is it kind of?
It's kind of like Social Security, but it's like not fucked like America.
Like, is it like politics wise? Is it more socialist or is it more like?
I think it's a little bit more socialist, but
Okay.
only because it's a smaller, homogenous country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say like, in Canada is very socialist.
Yeah.
Like, we're
free healthcare and shit.
Yeah, free healthcare. Like we're closer to Europe than we are to like America, I would say.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't think it would be such a big difference moving here. It's a huge difference.
How
like,
so? What are some things you noticed?
Here's like hyper capitalism here. Like even the roads. Like I mean, maybe LA is like an exception, but like LA just feels so hyper capitalist. Like billboards, like selling, like the market, everything is like so in your face.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I remember just being so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, everything is for profit here. You know, like like in Canada, living in Vancouver is like so much of it is just like, oh, you know, the community, like this program, like for, you know, a struggling whoever. Like it's just very about the community.
Interesting.
It's not as hyper capitalist. It's not everything is a product.
Right.
Yeah. And so that was the big difference. And there's a lot of like grants and there's a lot of like social programs to help people. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything like that here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they exist, but it's probably extremely competitive and like not available to the masses. Where like I've also heard from people in Europe that like if you're an artist, you can apply for these grants and like make a salary just being an artist, sort of like a patronage kind of situation.
That's what I'm saying. Is like in Canada, I had access to like grants and things for
as a comedian.
Not even because I wanted to. I still want to like make. Films and TV, whatever projects, like TV and film projects, and they have grants for that, and I like applied for those grants and I was successful, and it's like it's more accessible. Yeah it doesn't feel like impossible. No, it's not impossible. Here everything feels impossible. You're absolutely right. I mean even in LA, like sometimes I'm walking on the street and like there's like ads for upcoming albums like on the sidewalk in spray paint. And I'm like, you can't even look down and walk and be sad without having someone trying to sell you some shit. I know, everything is a sale. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think that was the big difference is the hyper capitalism vibe and also earning, just like suddenly having access to more money. Like, although it's great, you know, healthcare and, you know, social like help. Wait. Further milk store? I know. I like short circuited. I was like, you pee your pants? Like grants? I know. I have to go. Like that socialist type of mentality is great because I feel more supported as an artist, as like a person in the world. Yeah. On average, I was not earning as much as I am just on a like a chill year here. Sure. You know, like even just like, because I only had like one writing job, you know, it was and one writing job here versus like, you know, 4 or 5 years working in Canada as a comic. I mean, well, like I think it's hard to compare TV writing salary to like stand-up comedy because but TV writing in Canada too
it's not a lot of money.
It's
Somebody told me that too.
much lower.
I heard that TV writers in Japan don't make shit, and it's actually a career path. If anybody lives in Asia and can correct me, please email us. But what I heard is like, did you ever watch that show Terrace House?
Yeah.
On Netflix. Okay, so I had a friend who like worked with them.
Yeah.
And they were like, in Japan, if you're a TV writer, a comedy writer, whatever, you're sort of, people look down on you because you are the comedians who couldn't make it. You're the comedians who couldn't get on TV and couldn't get brand deals and get on commercials, because a lot of like commercials in Japan are like comedians are in them, you know, advertising like fucking stomach pills or whatever the fuck it is. But if you're behind the scenes, it's like you couldn't make it. So it's interesting in America, like you make a lot of money as a TV writer, and you recently, you know, you're writing for a new Andy Samberg show. Yeah. That's incredible. And now you're making money. I saw how much is in your bank account. Good job. I was wondering, like, this is probably the first time you went like from making this much to like this much, right? In your life. It is crazy. It was like,
for sure.
It was like that for me. It was an unbelievable amount of money.
No, I was like, what the fuck?
And but I guess my question to you is, because you're always so like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Did this change you, maybe the way you perceive money? Did you buy anything stupid? You know what I mean? Like, are you living in a crazy place with crazy rent? Like,
I mean,
did it change you?
The thing is, I thought it would have changed me. It didn't. Because I still have that like fear. Because it's not like this is a forever gig.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the fact that it was a 12-week contract, I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah,
like,
3 months.
So, yeah. So I just, nothing changed. And I was just like, I think it was only pulling the plug on the car. Because before the job, I was like, I'll just drive my friend's car without registration. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, what am I, a princess? I can't fucking. I think I
can't register my car.
Yeah, I think I deserve registration. The fuck. And
you had to get a job from Andy Samberg to be like, I should register my car.
I know. I think
to.
I should. I should have registration and insurance.
That's so
and
funny.
So I think that was the main difference. Was I felt comfortable enough to buy a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because you need that car in LA. I think. Yeah. I think people feel weird buying a nice car for that kind of money, but like, dude, like, it's not New York. Like, you really need that car. Yeah. And you want a safe car, because people fucking drive. I was in a fucking accident with you. I know. I was
and then also another accident I was in made me realize, I was like, I can't just drive dude.
A
fucking
if that was your car, because you were even telling me, you're like, oh, I don't want to drive my car that far because it might break down. Yeah. If you were in your car and we got hit, like, who knows what the fuck would have happened?
It would have exploded.
Shout out to Hyundai.
This episode was sponsored by an anonymous vegan who invites listeners to try eating plant-based for the animals and planet. It seems like everyone is going through layoffs these days, Fumi. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's mad scary.
If that's you, listen up. You might be entitled to more rights than you know.
When you get laid off, your employer is probably going to make you sign an NDA before they finalize your layoff, and your company is going to pressure you to sign this document and tell you that if you don't, they're not going to give you your final paycheck. But you should talk to a professional before doing so.
Did you know that you can negotiate your severance pay? Do not accept it right away. It is tempting, but they're going to lay you off, so you need to get as much as you can.
There's also something called the wage transparency law that just passed in March of 2023, which allows you to freely discuss your compensation with your coworkers out in the open to see if you are getting paid around the same, or if there's some sort of wage discrimination. You need to know your worth.
If you have any questions about employment issues or layoffs, contact Brianna Kim PC, your Korean lawyer friend, and get some advice. She works on contingencies, so it's free until your case is won. Go to KoreanLawyerFriend.com or leave a voicemail at 714-482-6301. Don't forget to mention Cash Cuties when you reach out.
Okay, this is like a new thing I'm trying. I want to ask you some rapid fire questions.
Sure, yeah.
And it's sort of like an either or.
You know how fast I am.
And I don't want you to really think about it. I just want you to say the answer.
Oh my God.
And then afterwards, I might ask you why you said that.
Scary. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. A food delivery guy comes to your door with your dinner that costs $15. You look in your wallet and you see that you only have a $5 bill and a $1 bill. Which one are you going to give to them as a tip?
One.
Okay. You're at the beach with friends and you find a pouch with $300 in the ocean. Are you sharing that money with your friends, or are you just pocketing it yourself and not telling anybody?
How close am I with... Okay, wait.
You're like swimming in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, and you find a little pouch. This is an actual thing that happened to my sister.
Uh-huh.
And you come across a little plastic pouch. You're like, what the fuck? And there's $300 in there.
I would buy dinner for everyone.
Are you like, hey, look, and then you're gonna buy dinner with your friends, or are you gonna just?
No. I say, hey, look, and then
we'll go out.
Buy dinner. Yeah.
You go on an amazing date with a hot guy with abs and great shoulders, but at the end of the date, he suggests you two split the bill. Are you still gone fuck?
No.
Okay. You're making out with a hot, sexy guy, and things are heating up. However, it comes to light that neither of you have condoms. All the stores are closed, and the only option is to do TaskRabbit, where condoms are $30 for a 3-pack. He asks if you could Venmo him for half. Are you still gone fuck?
No.
Okay. Okay. The last two is interesting to me.
Why?
Because I made him really hot in the scenario.
Right, but hotness means nothing.
Say that into the camera. Say that into the camera. And you had a really good time. Like, he's making you laugh. You're feeling things. And then the dinner comes and he goes like, oh, you want to split this?
No, because a good time is separate from the fucking.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
Like, fucking is its own thing.
Okay, it's its own thing.
It's like, I think maybe, honestly, all these questions I would have answered very differently prior to a lot of TikTok videos I watched.
Wait, what do you want? Educational shit you're watching?
It's a lot of, it's just whatever pops up on my FYP, and it's like, for some reason lately, it's always been, if he doesn't pay the bill,
you should stab him.
Yeah, exactly. You should drown him in the ocean. Yeah, you should drown him in the ocean.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, maybe my brain is like broken, but they were making a lot of sense. They were like, you need to tap into your feminine energy.
Yeah.
And don't even bring your wallet. You know, like, it's like, whoa. It's very like, if he's not willing to pay for it, like, because then that means he can't provide for you. You know, like that kind of shit.
Yo.
Like, I've been watching that a lot, and I know, like, I see both sides. Both sides, but as a woman, I'm like, obviously gonna go towards the side where I don't have to spend any money.
Yeah, I guess, like, because you said fucking and sex is a separate thing.
I think it's different.
I'm wondering, like, so you're saying that if you're on a date with an okay looking guy and you have an okay time, but he pays for you, gonna fuck? That's not what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You're saying just because we had an incredible time doesn't let you off the hook.
Yeah.
With this paying thing.
Well, because it's almost like, how much do you value me as because just because I have a good time with someone for one date doesn't mean doesn't mean they have access to me.
Okay.
Like, I enjoy having sex with people.
Yeah.
However, I know what that means. Like, I know it's like, for women are more in high demand, and men are not as in high demand in the like in the like sex market or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have to value that more.
Yes. So you have to make it harder.
Yeah. So
and you're also saying just because he pays doesn't mean you're gonna fuck him.
No. It just means like, maybe you're courting me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And as a woman,
you recognize that
you kind of have to be courted.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
You have to, because you are more in high demand. You're just more, like, that's a fact for every woman.
So
every woman
you have to act like you were worth that.
Exactly.
Much.
You can't act like it's a fucking, like, you know, I don't even know, like a free park or whatever. You know,
like a public restroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone can just use you.
Yeah.
Not everyone has access.
Just because we have a good time, it doesn't mean, like, if that's the case, if I have a good time with this person for like 20 dates, and we split the bill every time, but I know the reason, you know, there's like
maybe there's something happened, like
there's something, and I like this person enough that I go on 20 dates with them. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, no, we're never having sex. You know, that's different. Right. But we're talking about like a first date scenario. Yeah. That is just not enough. Like, I have a good time with like a lot of people. Yeah, I'm half the equation. I'm providing the good time as well.
I'm fun. That's why you want to date is fun, because you're fun.
Because you're hilarious. Because I'm half of it. You know, I'm half of the interaction. So it's like I'm also providing the fun. So it's like, I
love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
But that's what the TikToks have been.
That's crazy. I remember this beach question I asked you.
Yeah.
This is the thing that happened to my sister. We were at this ocean in Japan with my family and my aunts and uncles, and then she found $300 in this pouch. And then she gave me $100.
Oh, that's
and then
cute.
she used the rest so that we could all go out to get sushi that night.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, like, if I found that shit, I don't know that I would have told anyone.
That's so funny.
I think that's the biggest difference between me and my sister. We're like completely different people in that way.
Interesting. I see both sides, but I think in my head, I would, share it because I was like, I was not meant to have this. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not
this was
even,
always going to be extra money anyways.
Yes.
So the extra money, I'll just spend it.
And I guess that would make the beach hang with your friends even more fun.
Right. And then I think it'd be more fun to be like, oh my God, we look. Rather than keeping it, I wouldn't. First of all, I can't lie.
Yeah.
So like,
because they'll know.
Yeah. I'll just be like,
you're just pissed.
yeah. I'll just be making a face like
you're talking to them from the ocean for some reason. Hey cuties, we want to take a quick break from the show and tell you that Steffi and I started a Patreon.
What is Patreon? Patreon is the best way to support us and this podcast. Fans can subscribe to our page for however much money you want to give, and in return, you get rewards and perks.
That's right. We'll be releasing bonus episodes where we answer fan questions and get into more of our chaotic lives.
Yes. Just go to patreon.com/cashcutiespod and help us grow.
That's patreon.com/cashcutiespod. Back to the show.
Yay.
Let's move on to our analysis, man. You ready? I looked through your credit card statements, and I went through it, found some good stuff.
Whoa.
I do want to ask you, while I'm setting this up, could you just give me a little context as to like what this card is? This like it's a debit card because you're a foreigner, so you just got an American credit card, so you're still sort of building credit.
So basically, nobody will give me a credit card because my credit is nothing.
Right.
It's 4, and then so I have to start with a checking account, and then I have a prepaid credit card.
A secure credit card?
Yeah, a secure credit card.
I had one of those when I was 22. That's okay.
Yeah. So then but I don't spend a lot of it because everybody told me that if you overspend if you spend to your limit, it's bad for your credit.
That's what I heard. I mean, they say you're only supposed to spend like a third.
Yeah, people say
that.
that.
The thing is, if you like constantly pay it off, I feel like it's fine. I mean, what's your limit on that card?
1,000.
Okay, you should just, because I know you have more money than that, you should just put more money in it. And
no, that's the max I can put in it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Because mine was, I put 2, but I feel like I could have done 5. Because the more you spend and shit, the faster you can build credit. So because
I thought that too.
If you limit 1,000, what you can only list $300 a month.
I know.
That's like one bill.
That's why I barely touch it. But but in my head, I was like, I thought it was the more you spend, the more you pay off, the better at building credit.
Yeah, I didn't know that secured credit cards had a limit. I thought, because I was gonna suggest you just put like 10K in there, spend $3,000 a month, do that for a whole year, and then take it back and cancel it.
Yeah. No, they don't allow, because I think I have the baseline fuck you credit card.
Fuck you credit card.
Yeah, that's like fuck you. You're not shit. Yeah. Like I have the fuck you. You're not shit credit card. You dumb bitch.
You have the dumb bitch one.
You dumb bitch credit card. You have nothing.
I heard about the Wells Fargo dumb bitch credit card. I heard about that one. Okay, well here we go. This is the finances of Andrea by Fumi Abe, Cash Cuties's Consulting LLC.
Thank you.
Here we go. Overall summary.
Oh, I'm scared.
This is for the context. This is just 1 month of her debit card statement.
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
And today is I don't know, June something.
It was May.
So yes, May to I guess now. Most of Andrea's money is going to hotels, self-care, and sending funds to her Chinese friends. What's going on with that, by the way?
Wait.
So you spent
what?
We can get into this, but like you spent $2,600 at some. It's like a Canadian. It's like an Airbnb. It's like an off-brand Airbnb website called like Trip something.
What? Wait, what? Trip? It's called
like I didn't know what.
Oh, TripAlink?
Yes.
That's my rent.
Oh, that's your rent.
Yeah.
Oh, your rent is $2,600.
Yeah, but that's including utilities, internet, and utilities, internet, everything.
Oh,
They do
that's not
everything.
Bad. Yeah. Mine was like when I first. I think my rent was like 2,000, but then that didn't include.
It's
utilities
fucked
and
up.
stuff. Oh, I thought it was
am
like Airbnb or something like
But
that.
no, I'm cheating.
You
I'm
almost
cheating.
pissed yourself just now.
Yeah, I'm cheating on my non-existent husband or girlfriend, whoever. No, but
That's rent.
That's
Okay.
rent.
That makes so much sense.
But it's still very high. I am living somewhere where I'm like, what the fuck?
It is high.
It's
but,
high.
But you know, I think I'm also a believer in like manifestation.
Yeah,
and I think
me too.
this is high, but it's not that high.
Yeah, it's
right?
okay.
I know people who are dropping like 35.
I know.
Alone. Like this place is like 32, I think.
Okay,
but I
okay.
split it
Oh
with
wow.
somebody
Yeah,
else,
yeah,
so.
right.
And then you have skincare, and then like you Zelled your friends a bunch of money.
Really?
Yes. Who dis? You don't even follow these people. Danielle O and Rui Guo.
Oh, okay. Danny is my trainer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
This is like gym.
That-
membership.
no, it's not gym. It's a personal trainer.
It's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Personal
okay.
trainer. That's personal training, which I do spend a lot of money on.
Yeah.
And then that's my cousin.
Okay. Oh, the rich one.
Yeah, the rich
Tesla?
one. She bought me a serum, and I gave her back that money.
Oh.
That's expensive for a serum.
You don't follow your-
157.
You don't follow your cousin on Instagram.
No, that's not her.
Oh, that's not her thing.
Her
Okay, okay.
name is Rebecca. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's her Chinese name.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cleared up. But how does this sort of make sense to you? Sort of, you got the top three, then you got like $800 on food.
Oh, that's not bad for food.
That's not bad. I actually made a slide about that later. We'll get into it.
Okay.
I don't know what your Venmos are, but you.
Venmo is for food.
It's all food. Okay, well that makes
It's
sense.
basically all food.
Like paying people back for food.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
they pay, and then with their credit card, that's better than mine, and they get points. How am I spending that much money?
Well, because
Okay.
this is also your rent and stuff.
That's a month?
This is what it said on your credit card statement. This number is from the thing you sent me.
I don't check anything. That's the thing.
You know, I want this to be fun, but I realize that a lot of times it's really upsetting for our guests because they never really check it.
No, I don't see that. This number is very confrontational.
I've never seen you so upset.
For 1 month, I'm spending that much?
I don't know. I think it's what is on your thing. I think maybe this one is like a transfer or something, so maybe it doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, most of it was a thing. What
Oh my
was?
God. Okay, wait. Yes, continue.
Well, so we'll get into it. We'll get
Yeah.
into it. Andrew spent over $1,000 to make her skin look shiny. Shiny skincare, $11.50.
Oh, that's for laser hair removal.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to make your skin look shiny,
And it doesn't work. My hair
Wait, you're talking about legs?
my hair grew
pubic,
back. It's everything.
Yo, my girlfriend did that, and it's amazing.
I don't have the whatever gene where it holds. My hair is too aggressive, I guess, but it grows back.
Really?
For me, it grew back.
It grew back as if nothing happened, or is it like slightly?
Now it sucks
thinner?
worse because it's patchy now.
Oh, and this is arms. And,
Embarrassing.
Wow.
Everywhere.
How many
everywhere.
times have you done this? Because my girlfriend goes back like she went multiple times, and she still goes
went-
back for like.
Oh, she still goes back.
Yeah.
But you know what? I bought a at-home one, and so I'm not gonna spend that anymore. Like
Wait, this is an at-home thing.
that's for.
You went somewhere.
I went there multiple times. Like that's for 5 sessions, which
Yeah.
is nothing. And then so I was like, I can't do this anymore, especially when the hair is growing back.
Yeah.
So I got an at-home one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
It's, yeah, it's fine.
You know this gene thing you just said. That's like a scientific thing. You know that about
I
yourself?
don't know. I just made it up. What is it?
You just said like, well, I don't have the gene, and my hair grows back aggressively. Like
I guess it does. Because I know so many Asian people with no hair at all, but I have hair. I'm like
no,
pretty
no,
hair.
Asian people have hair. I don't know how.
No, some are smooth.
Oh,
Some
yeah, I
are
don't have
just
any hair.
like
Yeah.
a
You like
little
that?
bit. But like,
Oh, you
it's
want
so
nothing?
fine. Like, yeah.
This I'm cool with.
Mine's thicker than yours though. Yeah. No, I can't. This
It's
is
fine.
after laser though.
This is after
But
laser.
it's patchy. Look, you can see how it's patchy.
Yeah, but you don't even want that.
No. Well, I don't want it to be patchy.
No, but like this white hair shit, I don't even count it. Like this
Okay,
is
that
like-
doesn't count.
Yeah, but that's what
but
you
mine
have.
didn't look like this before.
Before it was.
Yeah. No, mine was
full on-
thicker.
Really,
It wasn't
black?
like like a Jewish man or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like
That's not offensive because that's very true.
yeah. They say that. But it's like still noticeable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you do that because you have a sort of a weird relationship with hair in general? Like you didn't like? Is it like more of like you don't want to shave your
I think
vagina,
it just,
or is it just was an arm thing? Or
I
like,
was shaving I think it was just like I'm doing everything anyway. I was just gonna do Brazilian
yeah.
and legs, but then I was like, well, I'm doing everything anyway. I'll just like, it's a big part where I'm like, it's weird if there's nothing here, but then I have
Your
like
arms,
slightly hairy
yeah.
arms. So I was like, I'll just do everything then.
So is the laser working on any parts of your body or no? Everything is
No.
coming back.
Everything.
It's resilient.
It's so stressful because I already spent that money and I'm just like, I just gave someone that money
It's
for
money and he didn't
for
get.
fun.
There should be some sort of like
right? Like if it grows back,
because you know it's like try this for 30 days and if you don't like it, money back. Like
I
a lot of products
know.
have that.
But I went to a Korean place, an Asian place, so they're just
not gonna-
like,
no.
fuck
So
you,
the
we
money's
did
gone.
it.
The
Yeah.
money- yeah.
An Asian place, they're just like, fuck, what the fuck?
That's what
like,
it says on the receipt. Fuck
yeah.
you, we did it.
They're
yeah.
like, who the fuck do you think you are? Get the fuck out of here, you know? So yeah, it's gone.
My
It's gone.
God.
But I got an at-home kit. And then what is that? Nails? Okay.
This is nails. Let's go $35
Okay,
bucks. And then
nails.
this is a hair place, I think.
Oh my God. It was
Tell me more
for
about
a
that.
haircut. My friend suggested this place.
So another guest we had on went to this place. So it's in
Atelier?
K-Town, right?
Yeah,
It's
Atelier.
popular?
Who went? Who was it?
I can't remember. It might have been we had a girl from OnlyFans on here.
Okay, but
she's pretty. She's pretty.
I'm sure Steffi knows this place too, but
Yeah.
like the haircut is too much. You know, I'm used to paying 25 Canadian dollars in Vancouver for my haircut from Vietnamese ladies.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you,
So
like,
that's insane
So
to me.
like, because girls don't get their haircut very often, so I was thinking like around 100 is not that crazy. Like we had Issa on here, Issa Medina from
Yeah.
Sounds Like a Call podcast, and I think she's dropped like 150 on her haircut, but she goes like every 4 months or something. So like for her, it wasn't like a huge investment. I
Fine.
go once a month, and I'm dropping like 60, 70. you know, so.
fine, but like
But I'm
still-
asking you, you don't even do that. You
compared to what I used to pay, which is 25 Canadian dollars,
and this person was good
she was good. The
The
Vietnamese,
Vietnamese
lady
lady,
was
yeah.
great.
for 25.
Loved
was
it.
great.
Yeah, for 25.
Was it good because it was $25 and this person was incredible? This atelier person? Or this
No,
place?
similar.
Similar.
Very similar. I like the Vietnamese lady, she's great. I love her.
So you wanted this person to blow you away if you're going to drop
Yeah,
140.
and it was like the same as the $25 haircut I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the hair thing is... Real advice. Oh, yeah, you already know this. Get a secure credit card and get points.
I know.
That could have been like, for everybody else, that's like about $100 in points. And
I
that
know.
could've
I
paid
need to
for
pay
your,
my rent in credit card.
credit
That
card
would
point.
actually be great.
Some places let you do that, but then they charge a 3% fee. So you might want to do the math
Oh,
to
that's
see if it's worth
bullshit.
it. Yeah, it might not be worth it. Okay. You don't spend that much on food, and honestly, it's kind of sus. So you spend about $800 on food,
Yeah.
$230 on groceries, $18 on coffee, a total about $1,000. That's actually not that much. I mean, I guess I'm finding out that like a lot of your Venmos is food. I didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah.
put that into consideration.
Basically, all my Venmo is food.
So if that's true, then you're actually spending like $1,600. But like,
Okay.
which is probably that's a lot of money. $1,600 a month on. But I guess you're also eating out. I mean, it
I
depends
eat out
on.
a lot. I don't
Yeah.
cook. I
Yeah,
don't cook.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Eating out is gendered, actually. I thought this was kind of interesting. I just compared what your food spending is with everybody else who's been on the show. And
Who's Joe C?
Joe C is this guy. He's not an entertainer. He's
That's
like
insane.
this. So
That's food?
he's like a rich tech guy.
Okay, never
And
mind.
so he loves like treating people out and stuff. So
That's nice.
he's an anomaly.
Okay.
Actually, you can tell who's not a comedian by looking at this bar chart because they're spending way more on food and having a better life.
Yeah, yeah.
But we got Jason Cheney first place, $1,800 on food.
But
We
I
got-
spent like 16.
yeah, with the Venmo, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but for the sake of this flight, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
you're like 882. Kat was 826. Steffi 644.
Oh, Steffi's
386
lower
for
than I thought.
Atsuko.
Yeah.
161 is a guy named David.
Atsuko's so low.
Well, she has multiple credit cards and stuff.
Oh.
But I thought it was interesting because it's like sort of the women are paying less here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because the men are paying.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? I mean,
No.
obviously, I know this isn't like a super factual chart, but like empirically, we can kind of see a pattern, and I thought it was kind of interesting.
Well, I'm not dating that much lately. However, even with friends, like men are more likely to, pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, obviously I'm very grateful but I'm not as expected to pay as like, say like, an older male
Sure. Yeah.
that
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
having like lunch or dinner with.
Yeah. This is interesting. Is it empirically speaking, the more white you look, the less you pay. Perhaps we got a white guy on the right. He's a guy named David. Atsuko actually split this credit card with her husband.
Oh.
And so I was thinking maybe there's a relationship with maybe the more Asian you are, the more you're paying, and
I think
Jason is very Asian.
I don't know why that would be the case because
These two girls have blonde hair and they pay less than you.
I don't understand that because
This is a stupid slide. I'm not. This isn't a serious slide.
no, I know. But maybe it's because we want to seem more like, well,
We want to see more well.
you know,
What do you
because our
mean?
families are judging us.
Oh,
whereas
yeah,
like
yeah,
white
yeah,
people,
yeah,
they don't give a
They don't
fuck
give a fuck
what
about
people
it.
think of them.
Yeah.
Because their parents, like, they're not always trying to impress their family or
Yeah,
everybody.
Right, they just do what they want.
Yeah,
to
we're
do.
always trying to impress everybody.
and pay.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because I do sometimes.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm older, I think back to my 20s about how many of like my older like Asian coworkers and friends they always paid for me, like guys and women and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
and then when it's my turn, it's like, oh, I feel the pressure to also.
I always thought that was really cool when I was younger.
Yeah,
I
me
thought it was
too.
really cool to pay for someone. I was like, oh, I want to be like that.
Yeah,
I
me
want to pay
too.
for a guy who's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
yeah. That's interesting. Perhaps there's a cultural significance to this graph here.
Mm-hmm.
We was doing racial preference analysis. We see what you're eating.
Oh, you know,
Andrea is part
Oh.
Asian, part alcoholic. Most of your shit is Asian, which
alcohol. Yeah.
is good. You don't pay a lot on alcohol.
No, I'm surprised I even have that tier.
Do you drink?
I don't drink, so I don't.
Oh,
I'm
maybe you
surprised.
got it was a bar. It was considered like a bar.
Oh.
I just Googled all these places.
It might be also sometimes I buy people drinks.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Sometimes I do buy people drinks as like it is like what we talked about a second ago, just like being like, oh, I'll treat you to this.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, so many people who come on this podcast spend so much on fucking delivery. And I'm sure you're just fucking getting like Korean food because you live in K-Town.
I'm getting
but like
Chinese food.
And that's what I was gonna ask because I don't see any Chinese food on here.
No, it's all
delivery.
Chinese food.
And you're getting
the
delivery.
delivery
From, like,
is all Chinese food. Pine and Crane and Northern Cafe.
Oh, we have a Northern Cafe on the street. I think it's good.
That's all I eat. Like every time I do delivery, it's Pine and Crane or Northern Cafe.
Yeah.
Or occasionally it's Airwalk.
Do you find that there's not a lot of good Chinese food? Is that why? Do you like those two places?
Yeah.
Or like
Those are my only choices, and they're good. They're very good, but it's not variety.
Sure. Yeah. Delivery. I mean, I used to do a lot more delivery, but like, I would look at my numbers and be like, "Fuck, that's a lot." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I know that's crazy.
I don't know. How does this chart make you feel? I mean, I'm not trying to shame you or anything.
It's fine.
You're okay with it?
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, that's 370. Yeah.
And these are restaurants. You went to Rafiki's, so that was fun.
Oh, what is that?
That's like a Persian restaurant in Glendale.
Did I?
That's what it said.
I did?
Yeah.
When
Unless there's another Rafiki's or whatever.
I don't remember anything. I don't remember this experience at all.
Oh my God.
I went to a Persian restaurant?
I think it's Persian.
I don't know what Persian food is even.
It's like rice and like shit.
Did
Maybe.
I eat there?
I don't know. I mean,
guess.
I may have. Maybe there's a different restaurant.
It's probably right. I just don't
Yeah.
remember anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for the analysis. Thank you.
So my top is
Yeah, your top is
rent, Uber Eats, and
it was like food, self-care, but you're
And
probably not
self-care.
gonna do that again.
okay,
I guess it's mainly food, and
food
then like
and pet.
and pet stuff. Yeah,
Interesting.
parking.
Okay.
You gotta work on parking a little bit. I think that's pretty high.
That's fine
for LA.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, cool.
Hey,
I'm okay with it.
That's not bad.
But 9,000, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But the thing is, it's not. It's like I wish you had gotten. Well, the thing is, the reason why this looks crazy is because you have rent on here. A lot of people don't pay rent with
Yeah.
their credit card. That's why it's not that high. So if you subtract 3,000, it's only 6,000. You know what I mean? Like then it's a little bit more reasonable.
Still.
I mean, the credit card thing sucks. I wish you were getting points for this. That's the only thing. You know, if you're gonna drop 9K,
Soon.
like might as well be getting
Soon.
Fucking,
Once I have a credit score,
yeah, it's over you. It's over for you, bitches.
it's over. I'm gonna get a American Express.
Well, thanks for letting me look at your personal credit card statement.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I feel the same, but a little
Chill.
bit. No, but a little bit. Just like I think a little bit, like maybe chill it on. No, I don't eat out that much. So no, I'm gonna keep living the way I live.
No, you had no impact on me. No, I don't care what you say. I love that. Thank you so much for doing the pod, man.
Thank you.
Where can our fans find you and your work?
Yeah, at Andrea Jin on Instagram, and then my website, andreajin.com. Just Google me, and etc. And I think Instagram I update it the most. So yeah.
Yeah, you got any shows coming up you want to plug?
Tempe. Wait, when are you?
This will come out next Tuesday night.
Okay, never mind. Just
Just no effort.
Just follow me online. Just follow me online, and then I'll post
she
stuff.
posts shit on there. She's touring a lot this summer. She's so funny.
Yeah.
If you don't know her from the internet, you'll definitely get
Come
to know her in person.
on.
Come on out.
Come on.
All right,
Just
that's our
follow
podcast,
me.
man. You can find me on all the socials at the Fumi Abe. Please follow the podcast at Cash Cuties Pod. And if you're in LA, come out to my show June 20th at the Virgil. New York City, July 7th. Toronto, July 8th. And Seattle, July 15th. You can get tickets at fumiabe.com. And I need you guys to come because if you don't come, I'm going to get in trouble because this is all self-produced. And so I have to bring every single person. But I think it's going to be a great time. So come through. New York one is going to sell out very soon. So get that shit on lock. And I think that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, please spend your money wisely.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.